He got caught spectating Daniel Rich. His opponent is Heath Scotland. He'd broken out the space. Daniel Rich just got attracted to the footy but didn't get involved in the play. And when he looked up and saw his man 30 metres in space, he was horrified.
Merritt, little 1-2 with Drummond. It's the kick away, made it tough for Clark. Forced to punch from behind. Simon Black dished it up, but not to a teammate. Simpson, Joseph, Houlihan, back to Simpson. Johnson, Waite, another possession. Simpson again. Short. Gibbs. 50. And 50. Well, and this will take him to the goal line.
That's a gift. That kills you, that does. And look, it's a technicality if you just step over the line, and it really doesn't affect the game too much when that happens. The umpire over-umpiring, Jason, or fair enough?
Well, look, you could call it over-umpiring, but the laws are there. I've got an issue with some of the laws of the game more so than the umpiring.
Gibbs slots it. And Carlton, after their biggest lead of the game.
I think the umpires are doing what they're instructed to do, and we can't blame them for that. But we've become so rule conscious now. If the player encroaches marginally, and we just see here, you just can't. Look, he wasn't involved in the play, but he didn't actually retard him. He didn't grab the jumper and stop him from getting back off the mark. He just made contact with him without going over the mark. That's the rule, the strict letter of the law, but we need to put a little bit of understanding in there for the umpires to have some discretion.
But just for the record, we all agree that wasn't 50, was it?
No, that wasn't 50. And look, the umpiring there, the rule was there, fair enough.
The rule's wrong if the umpires feel they have to pay that.
But if he doesn't do what he did, Monday morning in the video replay, the coach will get into him for not covering the handball.
And the ball up. Selwood, caught by Judd. Hot tackle. Holding the ball.
He thinks he got a handball to it when he got tackled. Troy Selwood.
And the Blues starting to get on top here. They get another goal. It'll be a worrying trend for the Brisbane coaching box.
Yeah, they need the next one, Brisbane. They need it badly.
2 goals, the biggest gap we've had tonight. Joseph to Jacobs. Murphy. Thumps it long in hope. Cloak.
Hands on the shoulder. Yep. He went for the Warwick Kappa, Bryce Gibbs. You just see the 2 hands there on the shoulder of Simon Black, and here's Mitch Robinson's run through the mark. You can hear Ray Chamberlain say it very, very clearly. Mitch through the mark. That's 50.
How many marks would you have taken your day if that rule was in place back in the 80s and 90s, Jason?
I could never use my hands. There was no one strong enough to hold my body weight up, unfortunately.
Well, there's strong hands right there. Jonathan Brown, some of the strongest in the business.
But if he's going to get the ball, they won't mind him getting it up near the wing.
That's true. Slips this wide. Another good pair of hands, Mitch Clark.
And he's one of the options, I think. They need to throw forward another tool which will draw Jared Waite.
Well, Sherman lurking around Waite's position at the moment.
Sharman with the fist wins.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sherman's been told to make Waite accountable. He's sort of lurking around, and Waite still giving him a fair leg rub.
Mitch Robinson having a rest. Waite. Thornton with the 1 paw. 33-22.
No one on the mark, so there's no pressure on him.
But he doesn't come forward at all. Hadley. Hadley can go all the way back to fullback if he wants to. Kicks wide of the zone. Over for Jacobs. Wiggins off hands. Perfect. Garland. He's got Favola. Needs to be a good pass. The Fev's under it. Got it. Already kicked one from that pocket.
Oh, he wanted to go.
He would have got 50 if he did go.
And what Carlton are doing here, when it's a slow play, they're actually kicking it to a taller target who's trying to bring the ball to ground, and the Crummers are moving through. Distinctive slow play when there's a zone gone back, which is very distinctive to the different to the Brisbane style, which is more work the ball up through short passes. Carlton aren't afraid to go long and bring the ball to ground where their smaller players come into play.
This last kick from this pocket was a work of art. That one not. It's a little bit of Salvador Dali there. That didn't really bend where it should have bent.
That was abstract art.
That was. Patful. And Rich is on the end of this, and he gathers and goes. Well played. Jonathan Brown. Too far out to score. Sends it to Bradshaw, the old firm.
And it was Waite's first mistake for the night. He actually went to Rich and should have stayed back on Brown. Committed him, probably overcommitted himself to Rich, thinking he could get there, and didn't get to Rich, which opened up, gave Brown the freedom over the top. and into Bradshaw.
Beautiful kick from Brown, but they need a good kick from Bradshaw here. They need a steadier.
And perfect off the boot. They needed that.
It's been a while since they've gone forward, Brisbane, and had space for both Brown and Bradshaw to lead into. Brown working further up the ground, and probably that's going to open up things behind him as well. In the first quarter, he operated predominantly in the attacking 50, and that allowed them to get numbers around him. This time he pushes further up towards the wing. We've seen him gather a couple of possessions up there, but then Brett Thornton, he was playing 10 metres in front of Bradshaw, covering him on that occasion, couldn't get back.
Excuse me, mate.
There has been a bit of talk about the accuracy of full forwards in the modern game. Bradshaw 3 straight last week, 1 straight tonight. And he's kicking at around 70-71% mark in the last year. It's a very good goal rate from the ball up. Hadley again doing well. You heard the call of play on. The mark not paid. The play on suited them. Judd, he can give this off to Wiggins. He wants to kick one himself. Get him back in the action. The Judster's back.
That all starts with the centre clearance early. There was a little bit of a roll of the dice from some of the midfielders. It looked like Brisbane initially were going to win the clearance. They looked like they were going to, and as soon as that happens, you could just see a couple of players running forward, a couple get drawn to the ball, but the Carlton midfielders, there's 2 of them, Judd's one of them, the other they could have raffled it just out of screen was Wiggins, who'd come in from the side of the square. They just ran forward into space, and as a result, a goal.
Well, the bounce of the ball really hurt Luke Power there. He'd overcommitted, I think, and let Judd get sort of 15-20 metres away. And yeah, Judd must have just put his nose in front now in that battle.
Well, he's on 11 possessions. Luke Power's on 13, but Judd has a goal to his name now.
Cruiser with the thump. Rich with the gather. Hadley got him. Gives it to Power. He's got one back on Judd. Briscatelli. Johnston just got the kick away in time. Charman waited for it. Thornton came hard. And here's Judd again. Oh, it's cut off. Judd might get it. Adcock didn't make something of it.
Well, that's a throw.
Splendid tackle. That is a throw. Russell runs on. 2 on 1 here. The Blues with the 2. Garlett bets. Garlett takes them on. Handball smothered. Gets it back again. Rolls it poorly. And they get out of trouble.
She just followed his instinct, Garlett, and had the shot.
McDonald, Power, Adcock to the open side. Drummond. He's been loose. Doesn't want to kick it to the other loose man. White sends it long. Mitch Clark, hands on it. Gets the push. Gets a free.
Now, the great thing about that long kick, it was to space. He's landed. This is the throw. And poetic justice. How that's deemed a handball is beyond me, but
quick play on.
He's proppy, Mitch Clark. You have a look at him. He landed awkwardly coming down. He's hurt the ankle or knee.
It was a great kick to space, Jason. A kick away from weight as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thornton.
Really struggling behind play, Mitch Clark.
White. Bow.
Oh, there. Right out.
He's coming off.
Let's hope he's okay because he's had so many injuries. Just the 12 games last year due to that quad.
He can barely get out of a shuffle. Just see the big leap. Have a look at the way he lands. Oh, there might have been a little bit of a hyperextension there.
Cloak with the hand off to Wiggins.
Good vision.
Set it up for Houlihan. Picked off by McDonald on the rebound. Adcock. Too wide for Bradshaw. Ball in.
Struggled tonight, Jed Adcock. Just the 6 possessions. And when you miss targets like that, he had Bradshaw 5 metres clear on the lead.
You might be right there, Jason. They look to be working the knee of Mitch Clark. Lee Colbert to give us an update shortly.
It just looked like the left leg might have hyperextended when he landed.
Hooper caught and then caught high. Cruiser ducked into that. Then caught. Umpire said he handballed. Travis Johnston.
That's going to affect their setup, Mitch Clark coming off the ground, because they're really relying on him up forward to keep another tall Carlton player
looking at the right leg
under control.
10 points the margin, 39-29. Travis Johnston Called to play on.